You there! I'm begging you. There was a shipwreck. The others need help. Our ship was attacked by coral, I think. It just grew out of the waves, and I don't know what happened to the other sentry, Veslin, or the sea elf prisoners we were transporting. I woke up alone on the beach. The sailors and other jailers call that place the Coral Cliffs. I won't survive the trip inside, but you're an adventurer. You're my only hope of getting the survivors out. Another House Menard ship expects us. Our prisoner exchange is overdue. I counted the footprints. Enough for each of the prisoners and Veslin. She's with them, mark my words. I just hope they're all right. Get Veslin and those ne'er-do-wells out of the Coral Cliffs. House Menard will see that you're compensated. The Coral Cliffs aren't an area anyone wants to be lost in. Strange noises thereabouts. Makes me shudder. You find my fellow sentry and those prisoners of ours. Get them out of there safely. I need to rest my hurts before we move on from here. North. House Menard has a larger ship waiting for them. We were tasked with taking the prisoners to the ship from Aminos Station. Their captain gave Gold and her word that she wouldn't attack Menard's ship in return for her crew's safe return. It sprouted from the waves like some curse from nature. Dozens of faces lost beneath the waves, prisoner and sentry alike. The lieutenant said the sea elves might act up, captain's bargain or no, but I have never seen one of them magic coral. This lot seemed congenial enough for pirates. Their captain paid well for their safe return, but taking a sea elf away from land? No, I can't believe they did this. Powerful sea elves make weather trouble. Not what we got. Not the coral. Piracy may be the work of scum, but it pays well. This lot was lucky to be caught. Most pirates go down with their ship. I suppose House Dufort felt charitable when their patrol ship captured this bunch. Our ship held 15 and 10 sentries to keep watch over them. I only saw 6 prisoners and Veslin flee the ship before it was too late. I was the last to make it off before it went under. No, not as such. Though there's one who's friendly with all the others. Kyrysnia. She got along with everyone and even thanked me a few times for their upkeep. Didn't think anything of the chatter before.
Stay back. You're not one of those slimy druids. Who are you? I've got to get out of here. Why didn't I just drown in that shipwreck? They turned them into coral. Sunagil. Those elder-tide bastards turned him into this glow. Then they fed the glow to the coral. They said that the archipelago belongs to nature. That they were carving a balance between the natural world and greedy mortals. They brought us through the caves and up to the platforms above. Then they shoved us into cages. Veslin. She was whole when I escaped. I offered to help her, but she wouldn't leave the others and I had to run. I had to. I can't do anything. Not against the Elder Tide Druid's power. But you can destroy their coral. The Elder Tide sacrificed my shipmates to it. Those druids need to suffer. The coral is inside the caves, just down that hill. Make them pay. I'll give up piracy if you do as I ask. Smash the coral! Free the others, please! Right now? But... oh, all right. They're the ones who should be locked up in the Amino stockade. They're not even supposed to be here. They corrupt nature. Even their magic does horrible things. It hurts, too. The way Sunagil screamed. Does there have to be a reason? Elder Tide druids can corrupt other sea creatures, too. Urchins, sea stars, fish, crabs, that sort of thing. But the coral they corrupted here... It looks like the coral that wrecked the ship. They planned this. They changed the coral into something unnatural. It stinks of druid magic and... blood. It'll look different too, if there's light enough to see. I'm not going to let them turn me into that. I passed by one a little while back. It should be down that way. The other corals are probably inside the caves. We could still hear our shipmates' screams from the cages we were locked in. Anyone still alive will be in the cages above. Destroy the coral. Make those druids pay.
I don't want to hurt you, but now I'm going to.
Over here, quickly. I don't know when they'll be back.
Thank the eight you're not one of those druids. Hurry, get us out of here. The druids, they're using us to feed their coral. Us screams. I don't want any more of us to suffer that pain. Please, please get this door open. Sergeant Brusick survived the wreck. The Sea Elves said he was as good as dead. They regretted leaving him there as soon as those druids locked us all up. The Sergeant and I take care of our prisoners. That would be Kairiznia. She offered to pick the lock on this cage, but I couldn't leave these two. Seeing the druids when they killed Suni Gil and the others, it broke their spirits. Kairiznia's many things, but she's not a liar. It's my job to guard the prisoners. I failed so many of them already. I'll not fail these two. If you open the door, I'm sure I'll be able to rally their spirits and get them out of here. Please, hurry, and open the lock. Either pick yourselves off the ground or let me carry you. We're getting out of here. Sergeant Brusick's waiting.
I should have joined the buoyant armigers. I really don't like your odds.
Ah, hero! If you had any interest in the sea, I would take you on in a heartbeat.
Well, that was an experience I'll never forget, no matter how hard I try. Kairiznia and Sergeant Brusick told me what happened from the beginning. If you ever need anything, House Mornard owes you.
I don't rightly understand what happened, but Kyrisnia here says you kept us living. Something like that's worth a good and proper drink if you ask me.
I can't believe we made it out of there. Those druids were gonna come for me next. I'm sure of it.
You saved everyone. Look, I meant what I said in there. I'm done with piracy. Maybe I'll give working for Aminos a try. Those Mornard lugs are uptight, but they're good to their prisoners.
If Estlin told me what happened, is it true that a few of those druids were enough to cause our shipwreck? All those lives lost at sea, how much harm can they do? How many more ambushes do they have planned? Makes it pretty... Oh, it does my aches good to hear that. We'll let House Mornard know what happened here. Spare others some pain. If Estlin says you convinced at least one of them to give up piracy, you hauled more than was asked of you. Take this, with my thanks. House Mornard will hear about what happened here. The good and bad both. Druids turning the living into coral fodder. A fight between mortal life and nature? There's something strange happening here. But it's beyond my comprehension. While you were helping my prisoners, I got my bearings out here. We're not that far from Broke Rock Mine. I've made the run there a time or two in the past. We can make it there and get the assistance we need to make it back to Aminos Station. Like I said, it's not too far. I've recovered my strength, Veslin is none the worse for wear, and my prisoners will help us defend ourselves. Don't worry about us. We'll be fine. What happened here was out of our control. We'll make a report and get another ship to take the prisoners where they need to go. Mornard will see to the druids here. It might take some time, but the danger they pose won't be ignored. She'll be angry, of that you can be certain. But the prisoners will tell her what happened. I suspect Kyrisnia will lead that charge. Not sure. Usually, if we avoid them, the Elder Tide Druids leave us alone. This was out of the ordinary. House Mornard will need to do something, but I don't know what. I'm just a sergeant, but I'll do what I can to put a stop to this.